Yes, you are still tuned in to the Midday Show with me, Mayowa and Nicole.
Hello, hello.
On the Beats 99.9 FM, the heartbeat of Lagos. The time right now is 12:26 p.m. We are officially in the afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. And you know we always give you the best interviews right here on the Beat. And we promised you two fabulous ladies. But before I reveal who they are, we all know the Real Housewives of Lagos Season 2 recently hit Showmax and it has done amazing. The show follows the lives of 7 successful women in Lagos. And Season 2 recently premiered on the 29th of September and broke records, guys. On the first day, it broke Showmax's streaming records and has now claimed the spot for the most watched original in its first release on the day. So the cast includes Chioma Laura On, Laura Ikeji, Mariam Timmer, Toyin Lawani-Adebayo, and new cast members Faith Murray and Tanya Omotayo. And we have two of the lovely ladies sitting with us here in the studio. They smell fantastic.
Yes, they do. They look fantastic.
Even better. Hello, Chioma, and hello, Laura.
Hi.
Hi, ladies.
How are you guys doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, you both look glowy. Hope there was no traffic or no issues coming in today. No?
It was smooth.
It was smooth.
I wonder what road traffic, but I mean, it was all right.
Nice. Now, just a brief introduction about the ladies. Now, Chioma is a lawyer as well as a co-founder and CEO of luxury hair brands Good Hair Limited and Brass and Copper Restaurant and Lounge. She also runs a women and children-focused charity called the Good Way Foundation, and she is a fashion-forward entrepreneur and influencer. Laura Ikeji Kanu is a social media influencer, author, and entrepreneur, and she's a mother of 2, married to former Super Eagles star Christopher Kanu, and she's the CEO of Laura Beauty. So once again, welcome, ladies.
Thank
now,
you.
The first question I'm going to ask is, how have the reactions from the fans towards you been so far this season? Anybody can go first.
Mine, it's been very positive.
Okay.
Very, very. Unlike last year.
Yeah.
It's been refreshing, because last year was crazy. This year has been very refreshing, very positive. And, I like it. I like the positivity.
Nice.
It feels good, right?
It feels good. It definitely feels good. It feels good.
Yeah. How about you, Laura? How about you, Chioma?
I don't know. First of all, I think it's even incredible that myself and Laura are sitting having this interview, and I guess it's just the beauty of reality TV. This couldn't have happened last season because, there was so much ruckus and drama, but I think that we're in a good place this season. And in terms of like the fans, it's been positive. It's always positive. So it has ups and downs. There are going to be moments where they might hate me. There are going to be times where they love me. And, it's a roller coaster. But right now it's good.
So let's get into the new season. There are already 3 episodes that are currently streaming and that people have already watched on TV. And it's already juicy so far. We have 2 new housewives this season. We have Faith Murray. We also have Tanya Omotayo joining this season. How are we feeling the ladies so far?
Tanya's my girl.
Okay.
I personally like
girl.
both of them. I love Tanya and I love Faith. They're cool chicks.
But okay, let's get into that because you brought in Faith as your friend, right? And in a couple episodes that I've already showed so far, there was a little bit of a confusion as to how much you guys were friends, because they asked her to call you at one point and then she said she didn't have your number, which was strange because if she's your friend then she should have your number to be able to dial you up, right? And something had happened last season about this friendship issue too with Chioma, who's sitting here, where you thought Chioma was your friend, but then Chioma was like, she's just my customer, and that sparked a whole conversation on social media. So can you clarify that, and why wouldn't she have your number if she was your friend?
So she was actually saying that she didn't have her Nigerian number.
Okay.
Every time I've spoken with Faith, it's been on an international number on WhatsApp. I've spoken with Faith for almost 5 years and it's been on WhatsApp. I don't even have Faith's Nigerian number till now.
Wow.
Right? So, no, we don't.
It happens like that sometimes.
So basically we talk on WhatsApp. Yeah. So we're not best of friends. We're not like best of friends.
Okay.
We're very cordial and respectful of each other. And she said I did not have my Nigerian number to call Laura, and she didn't have Wi-Fi at the event to call me.
Okay.
It was just this confusion of, and these people, these witches. They'll put fire.
Okay.
Fire. So it wasn't like she didn't have my number. Of course she had my number because we all talked. In fact, I talked to her hours before that event.
Okay.
So she has my Nigerian number. She just didn't have a Nigerian number to call me on a Nigerian line.
Okay.
And she didn't have Wi-Fi to call me on.
Okay, that makes sense. So you're both very successful entrepreneurs, and obviously being on a reality show, it can, you know, pry into your personal lives a bit more that you might have asked for. So how has being on this show like impacted your personal lives and even your businesses in a positive or a negative way? Chioma?
I like to think that I'm public private, so I'm a public figure, but I keep, you know, so many aspects of my life private. But with the show, you don't really have a choice. You know, you have to put it out there, even if you don't want to. They're gonna ask you to. In terms of like their wives, they will be like, "Oh, hi, so who are you dating, or who are you this?" You know, there's always something that comes up that you might not necessarily want to come to the forefront. So I feel like everybody that comes on this show or this platform knows what they've signed up for, you know, and you just kind of like deal with it.
Speaking of personal lives and, you know, dating, since you brought it up,
Jesus.
this season, apparently you're dating somebody, but you're talking
Not
to
dating,
somebody. Okay, you're
talking
not
to,
dating.
yes.
Okay, thanks for the clarification. You're just talking to the person. How's that going? And you know, on social media, I guess the fans wanted to know a little bit more, since you said, you know, it's a reality show and we're supposed to be showing our entire lives, but you wanted to keep that a little bit secretive.
Yeah, I wanted to, because you know how it is with Nigerians. Anything that people find out, they're going to destroy.
Okay.
You know, so I didn't really want to like put too much of that out there. I mean, as a single girl, a lot of guys are interested. I'm going to talk to as many guys as I need to until I find the right person, Prince Charming. So it wasn't necessarily one guy that I was talking to. There were a bunch of guys, but you know, only one person was kind of like willing to, you know, show that aspect of what was going on. And so that's the person that you're going to get to see. But it's not like that's the only person that I was talking to.
Okay.
We'll get to see them.
But we'll get to see them. Okay, I like that little teaser now. But talking about friendships, let's just clarify, the both of you are friends.
We are.
Yes. Let me tell you what it is.
Okay.
And I was going to correct you. I just don't want to interrupt you.
All right.
You said Laura thought we were friends, and then Chioma said she's just a customer.
Yeah.
I never said just a customer.
Okay.
Whenever the conversation came up, I was like, actually, Laura's a really good client of good hair. But it wasn't like, oh, she's not my friend, she's just a client.
Okay.
You know, that's two different things. So I never said that. But I think with Laura, maybe hearing it or watching it or seeing it, she ran with that narrative and was offended, you know. And of course, there's a lot of editing that goes into the show. Things are not necessarily as, you know, they seem or they appear. So I never said that, oh, we're not friends, she's just a customer. No, I just highlighted that actually she's actually a really good client of good hair, which for me is more important. Do you understand? So yeah.
Okay, so we're friends.
Yeah.
Love that. Talking about friends and ex-friends, last season on the show there was, you know, Caroline. She's no longer on this season. There's a new friend, or there's a new housewife rather, on the show, Tanya Omotayo, and a lot of people were noticing some similarities between the both of them, and you know how close you are to the new housewife and how close you are to the former one. Did you notice any similarities or anything that, you know, might be comparable between the both of them?
I mean, the only thing that I would say they have in common is the fact that they're both mixed race, you know, which for me is neither here nor there. I have all sorts of friends, white, black, mixed. It just doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
In terms of personality, they're so different. They couldn't be any more different, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
Obviously the ladies made jest of the fact that, you know, Chioma, you have a type, how can you have, you know, one that looks just like the, you know, the ex, you know. I think it was just a coincidence. It had nothing to do with the other person.
So Laura, you mentioned in the first season how you didn't have, like, you know, the best reactions, and now you're having more positive reactions, and we know you're a very family orientated person. So what would you say is the hardest part of being in front of the cameras?
I don't know, showing my private life, because this season I had to show my husband, my kids, my family members. What I put on Instagram is usually dance, fashion, and friends and hanging out. I rarely put, like, you know, what I do in my house, right? So I think the hardest part of shooting season 2 was, you know, showing my family, my husband again.
Yeah.
For the second time, my husband again, and then just hanging out with people that, you know, I don't normally hang out with, right? Because you have to coexist with these ladies, right? And I think what I didn't do last season was getting to know them first, right? Last season I was like, in my mind I was like, which you know, hanging out with these ladies. But now I'm cooler. I want to know them more, and that's why I said I actually like Tanya and I like Faith, because I got to know them more. I got to know every single housewife, except one particular one that doesn't want to like me and still does not like me. But I mean, like, getting to hang out with different people was a little difficult for me, because usually I hang out with my family, my sisters, we go out. I rarely hang out with friends like that. So this was a little challenging for me, but I think I scale through.
Okay. Who doesn't like you? Who doesn't like you, Laura? Let's
you
talk
have to
about
watch the show.
Okay.
See me, nice me, oh, cool Laura.
Okay.
But you gotta watch the show. Though.
All right, we'll be tuned in. But let's talk about the friendships that you already have currently now on the season. Faith again. She's been in social media trending for a while now, just because of the first episode and the second episode. Something had happened between herself and Iyabo. Now that's your friend, where she stepped on Iyabo. When Iyabo stepped on her gown. Not a lot of people like that happened. What is your reaction to that?
I said it on the show. If Faith doesn't think it's a problem, I don't think it's a problem too.
Okay.
I mean, if you affected her, she would have said something.
Yeah.
So if she didn't think it was a problem, I don't think it was a problem.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay. Nice.
So, but if someone would step on your gown, how would you react to that?
Me, I would react differently. And if you stepped on my sister's gown, I react differently.
Right.
But I mean, like, I looked at her and she didn't say anything. She was very cool.
But I feel like it was also the context. I don't feel like because we're all laughing and playing
We're all
and joking. We're having a
She
great time. So it's like now, okay, imagine I came with a long train and we're all laughing and gisting and Laura's leaving and she's like, Chioma, this is your train, and she steps on it to go out. Like, I'm not gonna be like, how dare you,
No, because she wasn't even laughing.
It wasn't that type of situation, I feel like it was more chilled. Iyabo did it as a joke and everyone, they hugged after when they were leaving, so it wasn't a big deal.
Hung out after.
They hung out. Yeah,
okay.
so it was super chill.
Yeah, let's talk about that hangout that happened after. Yes. So, Laura, you showed up at the hangouts that was, supposed to be just, Iyabo and Faith. And when you came through, all of a sudden, Iyabo decided to leave.
No, but the thing is, I think I need to explain this, right? I was supposed to meet Faith alone. Nobody told me I was going to meet Iyabo.
Okay.
And then when I saw Iyabo at the beach, I was very excited. I was like, yeah, because Faith and I did a lot of hanging out. We went out, we did stuff. And it was getting a little boring.
Yeah.
Truthfully. Not that Faith is boring, but I mean, hanging out with the same person over and over again was getting boring. So I actually wanted to hang out with other women on the show. Right? So when I saw Iyabo at the beach, I was like, yay, somebody else. So, let's hang out together.
Yeah.
So when I now entered, I was like, Iyabo, hi. And then she walked away and said she actually told me she was in a hurry, that she had a meeting.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, no problem. Because it was a little weird. Because I was very excited. Because I don't think Iyabo and I had any problem in season 1 or after season 1. Because every time I saw her outside, I would hug her and be like, hi. You know how I do now? Hi, Iyabo, hi.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I saw her at the beach. I actually hugged her and I was like, oh yeah, I'm very happy you're here. And she said, I'm in a hurry. I need to go. So I said, okay, bye. Only for me to finish hanging out with Faith and see Iyabo at the beach taking pictures. I'm like, so I asked her, I said, what's going on? I thought she was in a hurry, But later I heard that she didn't want to be there with me. She didn't want to hang out with me. She didn't want to.
Why do you think that is?
I don't. That's the thing. I find it really strange because I don't know. And then the thing is, every time I saw Iyabo outside the show, I would hug Iyabo. I would say, hey, you look good. So I was very shocked. I mean, not everybody will like you, but I was very, very shocked about that scene. And then when I watched it on TV, I was like, oh, God. So this was deliberate, because after I saw her at the beach taking pictures, I'm like, you're still here.
Right.
She was like, I want to take pictures. I want to, but I mean, I didn't take it. It wasn't a problem until I watched the show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I had known that you didn't want to hang out with me, I'll go to my shop and be making money.
Right.
I'll sit down in my house. I'll go to my shop and make money.
Fair enough. But Chioma, you had a charity event on the show this season, and a lot of people were surprised that Faith didn't make any purchase at the charity event. Even you were surprised by that. Why do you think that happened? Why do you think? Because it was obviously for a good cause, and every other housewife, even other people that were in attendance, contributed at least. But it didn't seem like A, she was having a good time, and B, she was interested in doing anything for the charity.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak for her. I don't know why she did that. I did think that it was a little weird because obviously it was for charity, and every single person there, even like some people that I just made up with, they were all bidding and buying, even Laura, and I think we had even just spoken or just made up shortly before that Laura actually won a dress or like bidded for a dress. So Tanya bidded, everyone bidded, even the guests, friends of friends, everyone, my parents, we all bidded because it's a charity event. You're trying to, put money towards charity. So I don't know, it was just a bit odd that she didn't bid. She sort of like was frowning and didn't participate. I don't know why she did that. Maybe she'll have a better answer to that.
Okay, so like you said, Laura, you know, showing your personal life was a bit hard for you, but we know that you recently just relaunched your makeup line. So are we going to be seeing more of your entrepreneurial side on the show?
Yep. That's one thing I'm very excited about on the show. I had to show virtually like my new business, my store. You gotta watch it. Should I say it? You have to watch it
a little bit.
You know, I
But
had to show
your lip gloss, we have it, right? It's with me all the time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thank you.
It's really
I'm very
good.
excited. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
And Chioma, you're one person that has quite a number of businesses under your hat. You are extremely successful. So are we going to see more of, you know, Chioma with the business hat, or not just some of your rumored love?
I mean, yes, you do see like some business. Even the yard sale that I had was actually like an introduction to my Chiomas closet line, which I literally just posted it yesterday and I recently launched. Still working on it, but it's on Instagram, so people can follow the page and sign up to our newsletter to see what's coming. And that's because obviously people are always like, oh my god, we want to shop your closet, we want to, you know, buy your clothes and stuff like that. And so I introduced that for people to be able to do. So now you see something that I'm wearing, you like, you can actually buy it directly from the website.
Amazing.
Nice. Lovely. Another question that, you know, I think a lot of fans would, you know, want clarification or answers for. Where are you at, Laura, currently now with Tanya? With Tiana, sorry. With Tiana, yes.
Tiana and I, we'll talk. In fact, I was one of the people she invited when she was leaving Nigeria.
Okay.
Because she's relocated.
Okay.
So I was actually one of the people she invited to come when she was leaving Nigeria. We've been seeing each other. We've talked a few times. Yeah, we're very good. Extremely good.
Okay.
I'm just being very careful so that I don't watch episode 5, 6. Somebody will say something.
Yeah.
But we're very, very extremely good.
Now, Chioma, you and Tiana had your issues last season. You almost came to blows. Somebody was trying to get into a blow situation at the reunion. And this season, you know, Tiana has been, you know, talking about, you know, her struggles with, you know, a miscarriage that happened. But in the last episode, you know, showed, you know, a little bit of, you know, speculation at the fact that you didn't believe that she was pregnant last season. You even said that you thought Laura would have been the one that was pregnant, and that, you know, cut a lot of heat on social media. So do you mind, you know, clarifying, you know, that?
Do you know what, I'm just gonna say it as it is because it's come to that point. Last season we went to Dubai at the end of the season and Tiana was hosting, so she had a bonfire event and that was the last episode of the season, remember? Now, Laura had been upsetting quite a few of us last season. You know, we just felt like Laura was always trying to like do something or the other, and Tiana particularly didn't like that. So when we were filming, Laura was always going to the toilet. Do you remember? She was always going to the toilet, taking, you know, excuse me guys, I need to go. So everyone was like, Laura's pregnant, you know, because we felt like she was having morning sickness. You know, she was always going to vomit or something. Her stomach was always hurting. She was always in the room. It was just giving pregnancy vibes, you know. And so as far as all of us were concerned, Laura was pregnant, but she just didn't say anything about it. Now at the bonfire, apparently Laura had a big announcement that she was supposed to say something to everyone.
Right. And
so Tiana came to myself and Iyabo and she was like, you know, this Laura, she wants to take over the show again. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. She was like, I think I'm going to announce that I'm pregnant, you know, so Laura doesn't get the chance to do that. And then we were like, okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to lie. Even me, I was like, yeah, you can do that. Do you understand? And that day, she announced at the end that, guys, I'm pregnant, you know, and we were like, oh my God, wow. But we already knew she was going to say that. So as far as I'm concerned, you set this pregnancy thing because you wanted to basically like not give Laura the floor to take the shine or claim that she's pregnant or whatever the case was. That's all I knew. Now, the reunion came. Right. Me and Tiana were cool. We didn't have any issues prior to the reunion. Obviously, the show aired. People felt how they felt. And at the reunion, as you all saw, randomly, she came at me. She wanted to physically attack me, right? In the midst of all that drama, you know, them pulling her aside, the bouncers carrying her out, she goes to the back room because we all had our individual rooms at the back where we were getting ready at the reunion. She goes to the back room, runs to my PA, her and her husband, they go and they beat him up. It was his birthday that day. They beat him up. You were there. Everybody knew. They beat him mercilessly, black and blue. He ended up in the hospital. Do you understand? So for me, I'm like, this mad, barbaric, crazy, animalistic behavior I cannot deal with. I wanted to have them arrested. The show got involved. Do you understand? Letters were sent. A lot happened. Like, just so much happened in between. But for me, I was just done with them. And that's why I said that I detested him, because anyone that can do that to an innocent party, what's my PA done to you? Do you understand? Because you can't reach me, you're now going to my PA to go and physically attack him. And you know you're bigger, you're stronger. Like, what are you doing? You know, bullying and violently attacking people. So for me, I was done with them. I blocked her on social media or unfollowed her, whatever. I don't talk to her. I don't see anything that she does. When I cut people off, I cut you off completely. And so that was it. Now, and I don't talk to her. So if truly she was pregnant afterwards, or, you know, anything happened, honestly, I had no idea, and I wasn't privy to that information. So on the show, when Laura was like, oh, you know, Tiana was pregnant, I was like, I don't believe that. Because as far as I was concerned, the last I heard of this pregnancy was you saying, let me say that I'm pregnant, so Laura doesn't get to give this her big announcement. And I even said to Laura, if anything, you're the one that was pregnant. Remember I said that? Because we all thought Laura was pregnant last season. You know, I mean, I didn't know what happened or didn't happen, but we actually thought she was pregnant. And that's why I made that statement. So it wasn't coming from a place of information. Do you understand? I just said what I thought and what I knew to be the case at the time.
Right.
If there was any difference, I wasn't aware, you know. And I did put something on social media saying, like, you know, if I knew, I would never have said, oh, you weren't pregnant. But honestly, it was a genuine, you know, thought that I had based on her plan.
Interesting.
Wow.
Seems like there's even a lot more happening behind the scenes that we're not even privy
I didn't
to.
know this.
I'm about to say your face looks very surprised.
She was like
I am surprised.
paying attention.
I am surprised.
Wow.
Never heard this story before.
And I couldn't tell her when we were filming, because that would have been me inciting drama between her and her friend or ex-friend or whatever the case was. So when she was like, why'd you say that? Why'd you feel that way? I just left it. I was like, don't worry.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow. Amazing.
Has this changed anything for you, Laura? No.
Still feel the same way? Okay. That doesn't sound convincing, but
don't sound-
we'll watch the next couple episodes to see how we'll feel later. But how do we move forward now, Chioma? How do you think we can move forward with...
I just feel like Tiana and her husband are extremely violent people. You know, they resort to violence every chance they get, you know, and I guess, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So I can't be friends with people like that. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Obviously, if we have to do any media rounds or anything that causes us to be in the same space, we can coexist. But in terms of a friendship, a relationship, anything, I can't. You know, she's vile, she's rude. You know, she's gone on her social media pages. She said all sorts of things about me. She's cursed me, cursed my unborn children, praying for me to have miscarriages, all sorts of nonsense. I cannot deal with such a person, you know, so I'm done with that situation.
Okay, well, those are your feelings and you stand beside them, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chioma and Laura, for joining us here today.
Thank
if you
you.
are listening, make sure to tune in every Friday, because a brand new episode will be streaming on Showmax. And trust me, you do not want to miss this tea. You can always keep up to date with the social media with the hashtag RHOLagos to follow the information and to also share your thoughts on all the tea, the drama, the beauty, the bass boss.
Yup.
So stick around to the midday show. Once again, ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Wish you the well with all your businesses and
Thank you.
no physical altercations.
Yeah.
Because you don't
Yeah,
sound
will
like
be. Soon.
That's grace. That's grace.
Anyways, you're still tuned in to the midday show with Mayowa Nicole on your radio all the way till 4 p.m. Back to the music. Here is Rhythm and Blues by Ara Star. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked.